Ooh, Freedom.
Hey, yeah, I'm back into the barricade. What I'm doing, counting up money from this year I made. Last year was a different story, but this year I'm paid. Just do 6:30 in the club, I let it ricochet. Extreme rules ain't enough, I put him in a cage. Now it ain't nowhere to hide, you about to catch this fade. Hey, if rap was wrestling, I'm in the Hall of Fame. Playing games, better acknowledge me like I'm Roman Reigns. Hey, but you can't see me though. Took a break, now the final boss back with the demon flow. The innovator, I just do the stuff that they ain't seen before. I'm like the Undertaker, a tombstone to put you where you need to go. A match against me and Dog out for showstopper. I'm in the booth with sweet chin music, I'm the showstopper. Like the Midnight Express, I'm on the road rocket. They screaming no mas, I'm old mas, dog, I'm a whole problem. You got the money in the bank, I need the whole profit. Running through my ops like Goldberg, like who gon' stop him? Looking at the clock, it's 3:16, I'ma go spot. And I'ma open up a can of whoop ass like Stone Cold drop. You beating us, the squad like 3D when we teaming up. I got the longest title reign of real rapper, they know the
What's up? Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to Taco Tuesday with the NXT gang.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Raleigh Ray TV. Hi, Bonafide, Thundercat. It's been a minute. Girl. Nice to see you.
Good to see y'all too.
So let's get right into the show. First of all, what did you guys think of the show?
It was pretty good. I liked it. Yeah, I'll take it. But no, it was pretty good. I liked the show. It was nice. It did what it needed to do. So yeah, I enjoyed the show tonight.
Staying with me, I thought the show was definitely pretty good. I thought there was a lot of great matches and also great segments. So there's no problem with me. It was great.
I'm agree with both of y'all. I really liked the show. I really enjoyed the show. And I thought the matches were really good. They were given time.
Yeah.
They were given time, and I felt like we were processing certain stories along.
Yep.
And so I liked it. And we got to see, I feel like, a new side to some of the wrestlers tonight. But let's get into it. So we got Julia Bailey versus Sam Perez and Cora Jade. That was our first match, right? Now, I have to say, I really like this match. I'm not the biggest Cora Jade fan, but I feel like when she's in the ring with certain wrestlers, especially veterans, the best comes out of her. And I think in this match, she did really good. She played her part really well. Julia and Bailey did a good job. They played off of each other really well. And I feel like Bailey was the one who got the hot tags. A lot of the time, it was Bailey who got those hot tags and got the audience to be really excited to see her in the ring. And Roxanne did what she had to do. She didn't take the pin. She needed the pin. It was Bailey pinned Cora Jade, and Cora Jade punched Roxanne by accident, and that's what caused them to lose the match in the end. And so I have to say, I really enjoyed this match. What did you guys think?
It was a good match. I was excited to see Bailey back at NXT. It was a lot of former NXT wrestlers, OGs that were in the building tonight. So it was good to see that. I'm not a big Cora Jade fan either, so I'm glad that she's the one that took the pin. And then I just feel like Roxanne Perez is just floating around right now until she makes it to the main roster. And hopefully it will be very soon. And I was excited for Julia and Bailey to pull out the win, but I was going for Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. What about you, Raleigh Ray TV?
I thought it was a great match. I thought, it showcased Julia very well. It showcased Bailey because the NXT crowd, they haven't seen her actually wrestle live in NXT in a while. So it was good for them to see her live and in the flesh wrestling in NXT. It was cool. I like how, Cora Jade, she looked better tonight. Like she did the little swanton outside of the ring. That was beautiful. That was nice to look at, She's slowly coming back to the Cora Jade that she used to be. Remember, she got injured, so it's like she's still trying to get back in the swing of things. She's still trying to also make sure that she's healed up very well. She don't want to re-injure her knee again. So I understand why she's acting and wrestling kind of gingerly. So it's cool. And all I can
And
say
she
about
got
Roxy.
the tatas.
Oh yeah, she got those too.
That's true.
Yep. I mean, I feel like all NXT girls, when somebody goes to get a surgery or something, they come back with some brand new tatas.
Yeah, some enhancements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Roxy, she did a great job. She is amazing like she always is. We're just waiting for her to be basically caught up to the main roster. Honestly, it's going to happen. She's probably going to be in the Royal Rumble this Saturday.
Yeah.
Obviously. And I don't think that's going to be an official call up because there was a match announced later on, but we'll get to that. But yeah, it was great. The match was great, and Cora Jade taking the pin, Roxy not taking the pin. Down with me. Let's go.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm gonna skip forward because I do want to talk about that segment since we already talked about the match, and that now Roxanne was backstage talking with Ava, and she blamed Cora Jade for taking the pin. Now we have a 3-way match at Vengeance. You have Roxanne versus Julia versus Bayley, but then Cora Jade went at the end and said, "You know what? I need to talk to you, Ava. We need to speak." Okay. And so she didn't seem very happy that Roxanne literally just kind of threw her on the bus and blamed her and said, "That's not my fault. I deserve a title shot." I mean, she just didn't seem happy at all, which is, they kind of just got back together.
Yep.
A few months ago.
Yeah.
But it's going to be different, which is good. It's like it's different because remember, Cora Jade turned on Roxy.
Yep.
So Roxy is basically treating Cora Jade like how Cora Jade was treating Roxy. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm getting my payback. I'm glad that we're friends again, but at the same time, I'm going to throw you under the bus because you need to understand that I'm not the same Roxy that I was when I was here or when I first came here and when I was your best friend the first time. I'm a whole different person. I've been champion for a long time. I got accolades. I got accomplishments. I'm this different Roxy. So, yeah, Cora Jade.
Right. But is it really throwing her under the bus or really just stating facts? You know what I mean? This album, I think you stating facts. That's all it is. Go on the hunt for the women's North American Championship. Like, you're not ready for the women's NXT main title. So, it's like, girl, hush up. You hadn't even been back that long. Like, stop it. Stop
and
it.
she keeps losing matches, too. It's not like she's really won a lot of matches since she came back. She's the one who's been eating all the pins when she's with Roxy.
Yes, I don't understand how she can make an argument on how she deserves a shot when she really doesn't.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna put Roxy versus Roxanne to see who's gonna fit that third spot next week. Even though I agree, I don't think she's earned it. But she is going after the TNA title too, so maybe they want to put some more. I don't know. I wouldn't want to put her name. You should earn it. But at the end of the day, we'll see what happened. We'll see what she was talking about. I just found that very interesting because it is true. She was just stating facts.
Yeah.
And Roxanne was literally just stating what really happened. But I guess we'll have to wait and see until next week, or maybe they'll announce it through their social media. They'd love to do that. But then let's get the Grayson Waller effect was next with Oba Femi. Before I say anything, Bonafide Thundercat, what did you think of this segment?
Oh, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Uma Femi. It was a nice banter back and forth. And it was good to see Grayson Waller and Austin Theory back at NXT too. And they, Uma Femi looked real good. And then I enjoyed this segment. This is probably one of the highlights of the night, So and then I'm excited for what transpired from this segment to what we get on Vengeance Day.
What about you, Raleigh Ray TV?
I thought it was definitely a good segment too, especially when they were telling, Chan turn on Grayson. I'm like, okay, they want him to turn on Grayson. Austin Theory to turn on Grayson, and we needed that. It should have happened a while ago, but for some reason they haven't done it. I don't know why they're trying to keep them a tag team, but it is what it is. But the fans, you can hear them chanting it, so something tells me they should do it. Strike while the iron's hot. Everybody want it. Let him turn. But Obafemi looked great out here. You know, he looked like the champion he was supposed to look like last week.
Yes.
In that match, he looked like that, you know, that domination champion. And I like seeing that. I also like seeing, you know, at the end of this segment when they were trying to find out who his challenger is for Vengeance Day, Trick coming out there and basically staking claim to the championship with with a lot of aggression. He's a lot more heated now. He's not talking. He's not promoing. No, he's literally saying it. And the people who stepping his way, he's taking them out. Love it. Love it. I ain't got no problem with it.
I did enjoy this segment as well. I have to say, you know, they were comparing a lot. I'll give you that one. They were going back and forth, comparing their accomplishments. And I said, okay, we're all great here. Obafemi's better, but I get it. You know, they were trying to be like, oh, we're better than you. But I enjoyed the segment. I thought he defended himself. I really liked the when he said that he's trying to build a dynasty brick by brick. Like this isn't like a one-off thing. This isn't something where, oh, I'm just a champion and I'm here for all the glory. No, he's here to build a dynasty because he's the ruler. And so I really liked when he said that to them. And I do agree. I did like when Trick Williams came out. I mean, Ava came out. That was really weird to me. They keep doing these split screens now, where even if there's a match, there's still another screen in the bottom. And so as this segment was going on, all you see was like Trick Williams in the bottom, and then he's walking. And I don't think we needed that, but I guess more backstage they want to show us. But I found that very interesting. I like where he's going in his character. I do not feel like he's going to turn fully heel. I don't see that happening with Trick Williams. I see a parallel with him and like Roxanne's storyline where she also felt like she was being cheated out of the title, like she wasn't given the opportunity. And Eddie Thorpe was there just a few weeks ago saying the exact same thing. So I don't think we're going to repeat those storylines in that way. I think this one might end a little bit more different. Like he's just going to be more aggressive. He's going to be more emotional because he's upset. He's upset. And so I enjoyed him coming out, and I like that he took care of Grayson Waller and he took care of Austin Theory by himself. But then Oba went and gave him the powerbomb, his ribs.
Grace.
Yeah. And then he was standing tall as he should as a champion.
Yep.
And I like that this led straight to the next match. Because it was Trick Williams versus Wesley.
Yep.
And so in this match, Wesley was really going for that injury. Like he was really going for the ribs. But I also am enjoying his character because he's a heel. He's aggressive, and now he has his own little minions as well with him. Yeah. And so I like this match. You guys let me know what you think. Go ahead, Bonafide Thundercat. Let me know what you thought of that match.
I enjoyed this match because I like the heel turn with Wesley. I feel like it was long overdue. So when it finally happened and we're finally getting this side of Wesley, I'm definitely enjoying it. And then for him to face Trick Williams, and especially where Trick Williams is with his character, I enjoyed it. And then just the fact that Trick Williams got disqualified from the match, it shocked me. I was like, whoa. I said, oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, he ain't playing. Trick ain't playing no game. He ain't playing no game. So I enjoyed this match, and the fact that he got disqualified in the match against Wesley says a lot. It says a lot. So yeah, I definitely, this was, and then I liked how it did flow from the Grayson Waller effect segment into the next match. I liked how I definitely enjoyed that. I like that a lot too.
Okay. Raleigh Ray TV, what you got to say?
Yeah, I liked how it's flowed into the next match also, because it was like a seamless transition. It was very seamless. There was no jump cut or anything like that. It was just very seamless. I like that. I also like how, even though Trick was very aggressive in this match, Wesley was still on his game, still targeting, still making sure he got his shots in. Because one, that slap last week, he needed to get his shots in, because that was horrible.
And he slapped him again.
Yeah, made sure he gave him another one. So it's good that Wesley got his shots in. And you can tell he got his shots in because that double knee, that Meteora onto the announcement table, that looked brutal. Looked like it hurt so badly. I'm like, okay, yeah, Wesley is turning up. So it was good to see that. And it was also good to see a further, story, further in Trick's story, because you can tell he let his emotions get the best of him in this match. He couldn't contain the anger that he had. So every time your boys started interfering and getting involved, he said enough is enough, and he just got disqualified. He just took it to Wesley and wouldn't stop. Yeah, and he threw the ref. He threw the ref, pushed the ref out the way, the ref just had no choice but to call the match. So it was good seeing that. And Trick is definitely very angry, very aggressive, and it's interesting to see where we go from here, especially with Vengeance Day coming up and him not being involved in the match.
Yeah,
this is gonna be interesting. Definitely.
Yeah.
I do agree. What I liked about this match is that we're building both of them at the same time. You know what I mean? Trick Williams, his anger, like you said, he threw the referee. We've never seen him do that before. This is the first time. I was surprised as well when Wesley won.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. And I was like, okay, I see, because Wesley was just as aggressive as Trick in that match.
Yeah.
He matched him for aggression to aggression. And then for him to win the match by DQ, I was like, okay, let's build him up. Because he's been losing. Yeah, and I'm like, we gotta give him a few wins now. And he just won. Even if it was by disqualification, technically he beat the previous NXT champion.
Still gonna go
So, and then he has his two minions that he's training, of course, Tyson and Tyreek as well, and I'm sure they're gonna play a game as well. And just to say, he was in TNA last week when he cost them the match.
Yeah.
So he's just all over the place, and I like that we're building that for him, because eventually I do think he should go for the NXT title. I think he should be. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's gonna win against Oba, but at least we can put him there in that main event scene.
Yeah.
He's been putting in the work. So I really enjoyed this whole segment from top to bottom. This was more about the story than a match.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what you need. But we're gonna move on. After this, we had an Izzy Dame interview about the Don. And then Ridge Holland interrupted her, as he should have, because she kicked him in the face last week. And then Stacks came out of nowhere. Now, for me, I've already said, I think Izzy Dame has joined Sean Spears' group. And I think that they're trying to distract the Don. That's my opinion. If I'm wrong and they decide, maybe she's, I don't know, the Don's girl or whatever, that's fine. But I just don't see that. Her little sly smile, nothing's going on. And I'm like, where did this Izzy Dame come from? Pretty straightforward lady. What do you guys think? Do you think she really likes the Don?
I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think that, like you said, I think she joined Sean Spears.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to see it now. It's like how the Dawn is, the mob. It's the mob. The mafia. The Dawn is the Dawn of NXT. I feel like she's the mole in the group. She's going to be the mole, the one who is literally the traitor, the rat, everything like that. She's going to be that part of the group, especially if Stacks is coming out trying to help her out, basically like trying to be on her side. That's not no way to talk to a woman. Meanwhile, she and Rizzo they had problems. Now y'all choosing to help her out. Okay, so she's starting to find her way into the group or find her way into the family somehow, getting good with them, only to stab them in the back. But that's cool. I mean, it's cool to see that. It's another storyline beat to the Dawn family, the D'Angelo family. So I'm on board with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bonafide Thundercat?
But no, I agree with you guys. And I'm glad that the family finally has a storyline that can get people interested, because they've been real stale for a long time. So I'm glad to see some liveliness to this storyline, and then to even throw Ridge Holland into it too. Just was a nice little stir to the pot, so I enjoyed it. It did everything, just did what it needed to do. Everything just made sense. So it's no complaints. Complaint.
They added new wrinkles That's what we're
Yeah.
doing. We're adding the little details now, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be like, if it comes out how it's supposed to be with her betraying him, it will be nice. It was because, you know, Sean Spears been messing with the Don. He's been messing with him for a while now, and this would just be another way to mess with the Don
Yep.
in a different way. 'Cause he said, just, you know, he told his keep calling them minions, Bronson. He told him, he said, you know, just give it time. I know what I'm doing. Give me time.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see through time, you know, because this might be a long one.
Yes,
know,
that's a good
WWE
way of
does-
starting off.
Love their long stories. This might be a long story that they're gonna tell.
Slow cooker. Yep.
But I'm enjoying it. Let's get the details in there.
Okay.
Now I do want to say that I love that Ava made a 3-way match for the the NXT title. I love that she, instead of giving it to just Waller, she decided to put Theory in there as well. Well, I really think, because, you know, everyone's been dying to see them
Turn on each other.
turn,
Yeah, and
You
it
know,
might happen.
and it hasn't happened yet. But I really think that making it a 3-way match is going to be more interesting. Like, who's going to take the pin in this one? Like, is it going to be Waller? Because it's not going to be Oba. Is it going to be Waller, or is it going to be Theory?
I think it's going to be
Right.
Waller.
You think it's going to be
I
both?
think it's gonna be-
I think it's going to be. Oh yeah, it could be both. It could be him stacking them both and not making him look like that more dominant champion. I like that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
That could be a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If not both, I'm going to go with Austin Theory, because Grayson Waller is always winning.
Yeah.
In the way. Basically, in any.
Mm-hmm. That will be my prediction in that one. But Oba's gonna win. Like, there's no way he's gonna lose. Now, we do have Fallon Henley versus Shotzi for the North American Women's title, right? I'm gonna say I really enjoyed it. Like I'm gonna give it Bonafide from the card. This did what it had to do. You know, sometimes Shotzi can be a little bit risky in her
Yeah,
match.
she could be okay.
Yeah, she can. But in this one, I felt like the best part, I think, was taking out Fatal Influence.
Yeah.
Because we needed her to win a match on her own, especially if she's going to be going against Bakurt. So, and then the fact that she went for her knee and she took the hit to the post, that was loud. That was like a loud sound. I was like, ooh. I know it sounded like it hurt it.
Yeah.
And then the fact that she kept going after the knee, but eventually she just took her out. And I enjoyed that very much. I think, you know, when it comes to Fatal Influence, we're so used to seeing them all three get involved. And it was a breath of fresh air to me to not see that here. And Shotzi was the person to do it with, because let's be honest, she's like not at the top. She's just a filler. Oh my God. Ooh, that was harsh.
Just a filler.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. It was a hard hitting match. It was a hard hitting match because they were throwing them moves and it looked like their hurt. And halfway during the match, I really thought Shotzi was gonna win. I was like, "What? They might give the belt to Shotzi." So just the fact that I was kind of like, I didn't know for a few minutes during the match, but yeah, the ladies tore it down. This is probably one of my favorite matches of the night. Definitely top 2. But yeah, and this was the first championship match of the night. So yeah, they did what they. This was definitely really nice to see. And then, like you said, it was a breath of fresh air to see Fallon Henley really defend her belt. Because I feel like her whole, since she's had the title, really hasn't been that good for me. I feel like she really hasn't really defended the belt. So to have this match against Shotzi, it did what it needed to do. So, I'm like, okay, get a golf clap.
They can get their flowers. They They did a very good job. I feel like they did. Rolly Ray, do you have anything to add to that?
No, y'all said definitely what I was going to say. Like, they did a great job tonight with that match. Like, Shotzi and Fallon They're tearing each other apart. And Fallon targeting her leg the whole time, which made Shotzi basically, she was just on one leg the whole match, basically. Just trying to defend herself, but she couldn't. You know, she tried to fight, and she definitely, I ain't going to say she didn't fight. She put up one hell of a fight, because for 1 minute, she almost had me thinking she was going to win when she came off the top with that senton. Usually that's her finisher before, you know, her little DDT that she does to never wake up. But when she does that senton, I'm like, okay, it's over. It's over. It's about to be the end. Nope, Fallon kicks out. So I'm like, all right, well, you had me right there. I thought she was going to win. And like y'all said, it was cool seeing Fallon do this by herself. You know, I think they did this perfectly because, you know, Shotzi had her team and they had their team. So it was good to get the three, you know, basically the teams just going at each other, taking them out the arena and having them leave the match, which only put the spotlight on both of them. And they tore it down. And in the end, Fallon won, which was the right decision because she's going to lose that belt to Stephanie. We already know. It's happening.
Yeah.
But
I just don't think it's going to happen at Vengeance.
No, they're probably going to push it for further away, but it's going to happen like soon, eventually. Probably Stand and Deliver, maybe. That would be a great crowning moment for her. So, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. I think so, too. You know, I like that Stephanie Victor came out after the match to remind us, hey, I'm next. I'm next in line for that title shot. You know, they had their stare down. And because, you know, it was given time and Fallon was meant to look so strong, I was like, this is going to be a good match. You know, Fatal Influence will get involved eventually, but hopefully it's really, really good.
Yeah.
You know, so I give it its credit. Now, we also have Kalani. Kalani and Carmen had a segment, but I said very short segment. You know, but I gotta say again, we're going with this Kalani new attitude change. It was like, I wasn't there to help you. This is not about you, girl. This is about me. And that's it. And I like that about her because will she turn a heel? Probably. Especially since she's literally isolating everybody who was her friend. It feels like everyone who has had her back, she's having a match with. And that's how you become a heel. You don't have any friends. And then, of course, you know, we got to talk to Carmen about the guy's going to break your heart, you know, because that's where she's at right now. She's love struck. You know, Valentine's Day is around the corner. I'm trying to do something on that as well during that time. But I think, you know, their match is going to be good. Carmen is putting in the work as well. I can see her, you know, step it up. So I think that their match is going to be good. I just wanted to say that I like that Kalani is still being like, girl, about me.
Yeah.
Kind of being like, it's about me. It's all about me. All right. I really like that because she needs to have a bit of a change. You know, especially after losing the title. I don't think we need to be like, you know, all the time with her. She has to show a different side. You know, like what we're doing with Trick Williams. He's showing something different, and it makes the characters and their gimmicks more interesting to me. Yep. I mean, I think so. Now, I did want to say Ava had a conversation with Trick Williams. And he was like, whatever. Feel how you're going to feel. And then now she put a tag team match next week where it's going to be Trick and Ova versus, you know, Grayson and Austin Theory. I think that's going to be a good match. But I think Trick Williams' emotions are again they're going to cost him that match. Because there's no way he's going to get in that match and not attack Ova.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't see that happening. I think, again, he's going to lose he's going to have anger issues. And that's it. It's going to be done with that.
He needs to get a title shot right now. He just needs to build his little character and not get a title shot right now.
I agree. I think we should make him work for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, this new aggressive side, you know, make him, he fought Wesley. He's still going to fight Wesley again because Wesley now has a win over him. That's not over. You know what? He he beat, I think it was Tyson, was it Tyson that he kept beating up and kept coming in the ring during their match? He kicked the chair in the face. So I think that's also a match we can see with him. Like, let's let him have his own story that doesn't involve the title. The title can be the main purpose for him having, you know, this new motivation.
Yeah.
But let's build him up again as a different character that he is right now. So that when he does face Oba, it's going to be like a new, different environment. You know, I think that's going to be good. But I am going to say we are going to take a break. You know, we are going to hear from our sponsors right now. And of course, we'll be back really soon so that we can talk about the rest of NXT. You know, we are going to start with Dating with Reptar. You know, she is amazing. And, you know, eventually when you see the picture pop up, you're going to see all her handles. And, you know, you're going to be able to follow her. And like I said, you know, she's really, really great. And, you know, Dating with Reptar. Dating, you know, maybe, you know, you want that ring on your finger, you need some help, it's okay, it's all right to ask for help. There we go. See, for singles, couples, and conversation no one wants to have. So like I said, it's amazing. Her handles are all right there, so if you want to follow her, and she's been doing this, you know. So we are going to hear from our other sponsors as well, and we will be right back.
Yo, FTW gang. I know it's a little different seeing your boy Mr. FTW not with behind the bright lights with his championship belt. I'm in the car. I'm in the FTW bucket, man. With that being said, I gotta let you guys know. Yes, shout out to Real. But yes, that being said, here, 5 to 7 business days a week. If you want to be a paid sponsor, all you got to do is hit me up, man. We run live 5 through 7 business days a week, and we go live on 5 different platforms, gang. 5 different platforms you can go out there and reach, you know what I'm saying, really reach the numbers you really want to reach. Let us help you do that. And with that being said, man, I always want to give a shout out to all our sponsors. So shout out to all the paid sponsors if you are a paid sponsor already, and shout out to the ones that are out there that's going to become a sponsor in the future. And with that being said, man, it's your boy Mr. FTW. I don't want to hold up any more of your time, so we're going to play these paid sponsors and we're going to get back to this rocking show, y'all.
Down M13 through Genesee, I-75 is the home for me. Welcome to Saginaw, Saginaw, Saginaw. Down M13 through Genesee.
Can be, and as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, a milestone video, a huge video, one that I was talking about a few videos back, a few new figure pickup videos back. We were talking about this right here. It is none other than episode 50 of New Figure Pickups. It is crazy to think that this YouTube started back up again after so many years of being away. We started back up in June of 2022. Here we are, a little over 2 years later, 50 episodes later of New Figure Pickups. I told you guys it was going to be a good one. It was going to be a big one. We're going to try to make sure that we don't make this
Hello, we are back, and we're just gonna keep rolling with the show. So the next match that we had was Ethan Page versus Cedric Alexander. I know I have a lot to say about this match, so I'm gonna let you guys go first. Anyway, oh, you're chewing. Bonafide Thundercat. Do you want to start?
Sure. Y'all know I love me some All Ego Ethan Page, and I do like me some Cedric Alexander. So I was excited for this match, and I definitely thought Ethan Page was going to pull out the win, just because, he's on the road. So I did enjoy this match, and Devon Evans, who did come at the end of the match and, got his 1GP win. I just wish, he'll come back after he's fully healed, because I don't want nothing else bad to happen to him. So every time he comes, like, come on, please. But no, this definitely was a good match. It's always good to see Cedric Alexander on the TV screen, and I do think Cedric Alexander with Javon Evans is a nice matchup, and Ethan Page, he's doing his thing in NXT. So this match, it was a decent match for me.
Okay, Raleigh Ray TV, what do you think?
I thought this match was great. I thought it showcased, it actually showcased what we haven't seen in a while, was how good Cedric Alexander is. He was doing his thing in this match. He was turning up. He was flying all over the place. He was even taking it to Ethan Page. I'm like, we forget how great Cedric is because he's not on TV all the time. So this being a rare case of seeing him on TV again in a match, I was like, okay, yeah, this is what we used to have when he was, the Cruiserweight champion, and he was on 205 Live, everything like that. That's the Cedric that I seen tonight. So it was good seeing that. It was also good seeing Ethan Page continue with his character, how aggressive he is, how he just doesn't care about anybody or anything like that. He just wants to hurt people. And I like that. You can tell he kept on targeting Cedric Alexander's fingers the whole match. He was he had his eyes locked on that since he came down the ramp. He wanted to make sure he targeted that, and he did. Smacking his hand up against the post and everything like that. He literally took it to his hands the whole match. But in the end, Ethan Page won with a move I don't think I've seen him do before, which was a twist of fate. It was a twist of fate. And I was like, oh, wow, Ethan Page pulled out a twist of fate? I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know if it's called the twist of fate with him, but yeah, it was good seeing them. That's a different type of, or a different way to win. I thought he was going to hit him with the Ego's edge, but he did something different. I'm like, okay, that was brutal. I liked it. And then Javon coming out to get his get back, loved it. Loved seeing it, because last time he came out, Ethan Page got the best of him. He punched him right, or, hit him right in his jaw and took him down. I'm like, dang, it only took that to take him down. I understand. I was like, if you're going to come out and try to fight Ethan Page and try to get your get back, you're going to have to heal up first, or at least, make sure he can't attack this. Tonight, he made sure he couldn't attack it. Every time he just went to go throw a punch at him, Javon, dodged back. He swapped back. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's what I like to see. He got his get back, and Ethan got out the ring and got away. Loved it. Loved it.
I want to agree. I'm going to agree, because this is for me, it has been a long time since I have seen Cedric Alexander be in a match and actually have time in that match. I feel like a lot of the time he's putting a lot of people over. Yeah. The last time he faced Ethan Page, it was such a short match. Yeah. And I was like, oh, it was so great. This time around, I was so happy. Because it's like you said, we finally get to see more, because he's amazing in the ring. Yeah. But we don't get to see that as much because it's not showcased as much. So I was really happy to see him get so much offense in this match. He came aggressively in the beginning. He came after him. And even though, yes, Ethan Page was going after his arm, his hand the whole time, he kept flying back. Even when he was trying to take off his cast, he was just hitting him. He couldn't take it off. He made sure to put it right back on. And then, he just, at the end, Ethan got the best of him. But I really did enjoy that we got to see him in his element and given the time. Now, the only thing I will say that I didn't enjoy about this match is that we already told the story with Shotzi and Fountain. It was the exact same story, down to the post. Down to the post. So that's the only thing that I'm like, this. We just saw this. We just saw that. I get why we were doing it for him. I get why we were doing it for her. I just felt like we watched it already. But that's just nitpicking, to be honest, because I enjoyed that. I will see it again, just because that's Alexander was showcased in this match. Now, Javon coming out, I feel like we're trying to build him to be like this strong, brave character. Like, even though he has this injury, he's still coming out, he's still defending, because he was about to hurt Cedric again. He was about to hurt him again, because that's his thing. He hurts people now. And so having Javon come out and actually make the save and not be bleeding on the floor like the last time, I think it's building for that inevitable show off, because that's what we're doing now. We're building to the match that's gonna hopefully end the feud, which is gonna be Javon versus Ethan Page. I just am wondering if we're gonna get the Q match. Will there be a stipulation to that match? I feel like there should be.
Yeah, I think there might be.
But I enjoyed the whole thing. We did what needed to be done. And we kept the story going. Now, who will Ethan Page face next week, or who is he gonna hurt? I don't know. But at the end of the day, maybe we'll put in somebody else that's new and have them gain some more experience with Ethan Page. He's been here forever. But I think he did great. I think let him keep hurting people. Let him keep taking them smiles. Let him collect them. Because eventually it's gonna build to probably a North American match. He's gonna go for some kind of title eventually. And if we keep building him like this, because he was so aimless after he lost the NXT title, after he lost the Survivor Challenge or the Iron Man, you know what I mean?
Survivor,
he was so disposed. We didn't know what he was gonna do, and this is a good for him. He's always good when he's a heel. It's one of the. He's better than that character. He can be a face, and a heel. Ethan Page is better than anything. And then we're gonna get to the last match, right? Which was Meta Girls, Lash Legend Jackson versus Bianca and Naomi for the WWE Women's Tag Titles. Now, listen, I didn't have much to write because this match is great.
Yes.
I feel like someone should watch this match again. If you haven't watched it, if there's any match I would recommend besides, Fallon versus Shotzi, it would be this one. What do you guys think? What do you think, Bonafide Thundercat?
This was the best match of the night. It was great that it was the main event. The girls look absolutely fabulous. I really did think that the Metaphor Girls was going to win the tag team titles just because they kept on saying they were in Lash's hometown city. And then Lash Legend pulled out that awesome move where I don't even know what to call it, but it was spectacular. She hit it. It was a lot of momentum. It was a lot of great spots in this match. And it was just a phenomenal match. So I just know when the Metaphor Girls get another shot at the tag team titles, they're definitely winning them hands down. And I'm excited for when that moment comes, because it's coming soon. It's coming soon. So I'm excited. And then it was nice to see Bianca Belair back in NXT and Naomi. So it was a bomb ass night. It was a good night, and this match was, it was a cherry on top. So nobody should be disappointed in this match, because the ladies did the thing. They did the thing. They closed the show. They started the show and they closed the show. So it was wham bam, thank you, man.
I agree. What about you, Raleigh Ray TV?
Like she said, the match was great. Match of the night, literally match of the night. They tore the house down with that match. Oh my gosh. Especially Lash. Was she? I can't.
It's hard to describe, right?
My mind is so blown. She did a back handspring and
then
another
like
To a
Wait,
frog
lift?
splash? Into like a frog splash? I don't know.
and she's so like tall. I didn't think she could even pull that off. I was shocked because that was the first time seeing her do that. It was like she was just just hiding it secretly. Like, I'm going to pull this out first time this match, and she killed that. I was wow. And then not only that, but Jakara, how good she's getting so fast. When she was in the ring with Naomi and they were literally going back and forth with like moves and holds, I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. I see it now. I see the meta girls now. They're shining. They're there. I'm on board. I'm right on board with them. This match was great. They took it to Bianca and them, and I'm pretty sure Bianca and them are like, wow. Because the first time they fought them, Jade and Bianca, it was a quick match.
It was trash.
SmackDown gave them the worst match I think I've ever seen. 5 minutes, and that was it. They ain't give them no showcase spots or anything.
Nothing.
But tonight they got what they deserved. Literally a 5-star match in my eyes. It was 5-star match, 5-star tag team match, and yeah. I thought they were going to win that 1 second when Jakara, reversed Naomi. Or no, not reversed. She had her. She rolled her up. And everybody in the crowd thought the ref counted 3. So when Naomi reversed it and she kicked out, everybody's like, oh, boo. They started booing. I'm like, I understand. Because I thought it was over. But great match. And I'm looking forward because I think, like I said, the metaphor, the whole group, I don't know if they're actually called up to the main roster, but it was said a while ago that they got called up. If they're going to the main roster, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the women's tag team division, wherever they're at. So, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm on board with Meta. Jesus, them girls. That's all I got to say. Great match, great ending, great main event. And not only that, but are we going to talk about what the heck happened at the end of the show?
Oh, the WWE transmission.
Yeah,
that was really weird. We'll get
somebody showing up on Google Day.
Yeah, somebody did something there because I was like, did I miss something? Did I not finish the show?
I was shocked. Yeah.
And I was like, WWE usually not ending that way. You see the little things on the bottom saying like the producers and everything. Yeah. But I do want to say something about the Meta Girls and their match with Bianca and Naomi. One, I agree with both of you. Amazing. It was an amazing match, and I do think they are gonna win. They should. They should. This was such a competitive match. I was so happy that it was given the time, that it was put in the main event, that it ended the show. I thought that was a very great decision. Hey, what's up?
Gaming.
So I was really happy that they put this in the main event and they trusted these women to carry that, and they did. I love the matchups. I really enjoy when you have Bianca versus Lash Legend, but Miss Jackson over here, she came here. She knew exactly what she wanted to do. Now the only thing I'm gonna say about the tag titles is that the Royal Rumble is this weekend, and I think that Jade is gonna come back, and I think the only reason that the Meta Girls, because I thought they were gonna win. I was like, they gotta win. Like this match is the best right now, right? I thought they were gonna win as well. But I think that because we have the Royal Rumble, Jade is gonna come back, and we need to keep the titles on Naomi and Bianca because the titles are gonna be a part of that story.
Yeah.
So they can't get rid of them yet. But I think once Jade comes back, she's gonna put a wedge between Bianca and Naomi because it was one of them who did it, right? It could have been both, but it was one of them who did it supposedly, and that is what's gonna cost them those titles. Somebody's gonna come and take advantage of that situation, and that's how the Meta Girls are gonna get the title. I think they deserve it. I feel like out of all the tag teams that we haven't done, especially the women's tag team division, the ones that are the strongest, and I feel like the fans would be really behind are Meta Girls.
Yes.
Because Damage Control, we've seen them a million times. They already had that title. The Pure Fusion Collective, I love that group. Not their story, but the group and the wrestlers themselves, I'm a fan of. They can have some great matches. Meta Girls, I feel like it would freshen up this division when we get those new Oh yeah. They were there last Thursday. I remember. I spoke about how Wesley got involved in their match, and that's how the rap goes along.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that Meta Girls are prepped for that title, and I think that once they get those titles, that's when we're gonna see them up at the main roster, because we're gonna see them across on Raw and SmackDown, because they're gonna be doing it, and it's also interesting. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think that that's when they're gonna be up at the main. Imagine that. Imagine being called up and already having championships. I think that's gonna be just a great start for them. We're gonna get a lot of fresh matchups, which we need.
Yeah.
You know, Bianca and Naomi barely defend those titles as it is. You know, they're already always in the main event scene. So I just feel like I said, once this Jade storyline comes to fruition, that's when they're going to lose their titles. That's when hopefully they will lose the titles, and hopefully you'll go to the Meta Girls and they'll come right up. And not only will they be on SmackDown, they'll be on Raw too. And they're going to be on NXT. Because I think they said that the NXT, that the tag titles haven't been in NXT in 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? Since 2023.
It's been that long?
Yeah, it's been 2 years. And so I just feel like it's time. They've been on Raw, they've been on SmackDown. Let's just give it to the Meta Girls and let them go for it. Let them face all those tag teams, and let's make this division better. I always get excited for this division, and then I'm disappointed. It's like I can't help myself. I got excited when it was Jade and you have Bianca, and I'm like, finally we're gonna get a group that are powerhouses, and they drop the ball, you know. So I'm really hoping, my fingers, that this time around we can do it right. We can do it right. We can give it to the Meta Girls and just let them shine. But the thing is that, you know, they have to have long matches. You can't be having those 2-3 minute matches.
Yeah, they need time.
They need time. Raw is on Netflix. Give them time. Give them time, you know. And SmackDown is 3 hours.
Yeah, they have time now. You should be able to. You should be able to squeeze them in.
You have time. But that's all I wanted to say, because I do think that they are they're prepped and ready. It's like Roxanne Perez. She's already prepped and ready to go too. Mm-hmm. Like, what more can you accomplish?
Not that she accomplished everything on NXT, pretty much.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like, she broke records already. She broke records. She's already on, you know, on a top of some of those lists that they had. And so, and not just that, she's already showing up on Raw. Mm-hmm. She's already showing up on, you know, she was showing up on SmackDown, you know, following Bayley everywhere. I wonder if they're going to bring her to Raw. I don't know. I think SmackDown would be better, but I always think SmackDown is better because they give the people the time.
Yeah.
But any other thoughts on tonight's show that you guys want to share?
Nope, just besides who's going to show up at Vengeance Day.
Yeah, the WWE programming. And then it had the lines and, you know, the colors. And I'm like, did it shut off?
And then it changed because it like erased the WWE programming thing, and it said Vengeance Day, and I'm like, who is this? I'm like, I don't know who. I'm thinking that it might be Jordynne Grace, but at the same time,
I'm so happy.
It's gonna be Ricky Stark.
Oh, we've been hearing about Ricky Stark forever.
Yeah, it's not going to be somebody who's returning. It's going to be somebody who's debuting. I'm pretty sure.
It has to be somebody new. I know Jordynne Grace already left TNA, but you know what? Maybe she'll show up in the Royal Rumble.
The only reason why
Vengeance Days is after that. It's 2 weeks, a week and a half later from that.
The only thing I'm thinking is I don't know why they would bring Jordynne Grace to the Royal Rumble again. Like, I understand y'all signed her. She's a WWE superstar now. You put her in the Royal Rumble, but she was there last year, so it's like, why not save her? Yeah, Masha Slamovich, put her in the Rumble. Mm-hmm. She's the champion. Y'all got a partnership with TNA. There you go. That way you save Jordynne Grace to show up at Vengeance Day. But it's so weird because it showed up at the end of the tag team match, which is, I don't know if that was meant to happen.
It was the women's division.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah.
You know, it could be anybody. That's the thing. It could be anybody because WWE has been signing talent left and right. You know, we just got Penta here like a few weeks ago.
Yep.
We know we're getting Jordan Grace eventually. Jade is gonna come back, even though they signed her. She's been gone for a while. And I think Josh Alexander as well, and the Motor City Machine. You see, they've been signing people left and right. And so it's like, who could it really be? Like, I think Jordan Grace would probably be in NXT.
Yeah.
I just feel like
everybody wants. Yeah, like everybody wants her on the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't mind her on the main roster, but she really, like they said, she did what she did in NXT. She had her time in NXT, but did she really? I mean, she had.
But she don't put her on the main roster so she can finish a storyline with Naomi because they both came from TNA.
Yes, that's true. And they hugged. They hugged last year when they were in the Rumble, because that's when Naomi just had left TNA and she was coming back, and then Jordan, they just had that match. And so there's familiarity there.
And if Naomi's going heel after this Jade, storyline, if she's the one who attacked Jade, then she's going heel, and Jordan's coming in face. So there you go. There go your match.
It could be. It could be so many. That's the thing. I love that we have so many options.
Yeah.
Before it was so predictable who was coming. We knew, and now it's like, oh my goodness, we know who they're signing, but who's going to be the ones to debut? Who's going to be coming into the Royal Rumble? I know that Joe Hendry just won the TNA title. Are we going to show the TNA title, the actual World Heavyweight title, on the Royal Rumble on him?
Oh, definitely.
I don't think WWE has done that.
Nope. And this is the first. It's definitely happening.
So I mean, there's so many possibilities. It's just I love the Forbidden Door. Mm-hmm. I love that TNA, even though WWE is taking over talent. I do love that TNA is still partnering with them. I do love that. It feels like this is another developmental program, where they get to go there, they get to finesse their skills, and then they'll just go straight to WWE. Because that's what they've been doing anyway. They've been trying to get into that independent scene. They already have a program to get all of those independent wrestlers that they see. They're gutting the independent scene, but I know they'll survive. The independent scene has been gutted before.
Yeah. And honestly, with the TNA thing, it's like they're not really going from TNA. Like WWE has this partnership, which means y'all still can show up on TNA programming again. So Jordan Grace, she's probably not really gone from TNA. She'll show up eventually, have a match or something, just like other people who's coming from TNA over to WWE. So that's why I feel like they went with this partnership. They're like, we're gonna let y'all take our talent. Jordan Grace, if she wants to leave, she can leave because she's not really gone. We're partners with y'all. Back. Yeah, so I understand.
The only thing I have about Jordan Grace joining NXT is that we already have a congested women's division. Like, let's talk about how Zarya is here and seeing her do nothing except be with Soroka backstage for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's been weeks since she's had a match. And I know why. It's because the roster, I feel like once you bring the Meta Girls up, once you bring Roxanne Perez and she goes up, then we're going to have more space. We're going to have, people to take that spot. But I feel like if she comes in now, it's like, where is she going to go? Julia just won the title. Stephanie Vaquer is chasing Fallon Henley's title. The title, the actual tag titles are not even in NXT. No. She's not a tag team. She's not a tag team partner anyway. That's the only concern I have is where are you going to put her? With Jordan Grace, I've seen her from 2020 all the way till now. I've seen her running in TNA, and she's been amazing. And I just, I would like to make sure that she's seen. But again, it's a developmental brand, and it's like a rotating door. You know what I mean? Some people are going to be showcased at this time, and then people are going to be showcased at this other time. I just hope that we get to see more women, because I feel like the men, they're doing really well. They're having a lot of factions now with the men. Even the tag team division has been really well showcased with Fraxium as their
Yep.
tag team champion. They've been going against tag teams, and they've been doing a really good job at showcasing why they're the champion. We just saw DIY last week there, you know, seeing them as a tag team
Yeah.
and what they can do. And they fought, you know, they had that fight with OTM. And so it's like they keep coming and getting these challengers. And that tag team division is stacked, but they're doing something with the division.
Yeah.
You know, and so I hope we could do that with Jordynne Grace, because that's a lot. We already have, I feel like we have so many women, and they are all being showcased very well with the segments and the matches. But it's like, how many women can you have where eventually one is going to be in the shadows? You know, it's good. I mean, they'll be showcased again. It's just, I hope that Jordynne Grace doesn't get lost in the shuffle.
I feel like Sean's going to make her a priority, you know, a big priority. So I feel like she'll be straight. I feel like she'll be taken care of very well. And she'll be actually showcased in NXT or wherever she's at. Even if it's the main roster, she'll be showcased very well. Just like how Penta is right now. So
yeah.
I
hope so. You know what would be really nice? If she went against Zarya, since Zarya was the one who speared her in that multiple match that they had. I remember, nothing came out of it, but Zarya speared her and took the pin.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if we're going to go back to that, if that's something that's already like, oh, you know what, we already have a storyline for you, girl. So once you get here, you're gonna be doing something. And since they're both powerhouses, that could be a good.
It's gonna be a good match.
That could be a really good match.
Yeah.
But I have to say, like we've been saying this whole entire time, this was a good show. This was a great show.
Great show.
This was a very great show. Everybody, the men's division, the women's division was showcased extremely well here. All the stories got to, you know, they possessed, you know, they're evolving to the next evolution of where they're going to go. And to be honest, I'm actually very excited for Vengeance Day. And they built for next week's show.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can you ask for? Right? But anything anybody want to say before we wrap up?
I just want to say that, just like you said, they built up the Vengeance Day, they built up the next week's show. Honestly, this is about to be a good, 3 months or something leading up to WrestleMania. Royal Rumble is this Saturday. It's about to get so real.
About to get lit.
Yeah, about to get so lit, and I'm ready. So that's all I got to say. I'm ready for the road to WrestleMania to begin. Let's go.
No, are you there? It's been a great night.
Yeah.
It has been a great night. If you want to follow me, I am Rudy Peace and Love. I have a TikTok where I talk about wrestling, because that's what I love. I love to talk about wrestling. Anybody else want to plug themselves in?
And with me, Talking Smack with Rolly on TikTok. It's Talking Smack with Rolly, same thing. I talk wrestling, and, you know, I love hearing everybody's opinion, because everybody's opinions matter in wrestling. We all have our own opinions. So I just love hearing everybody's hot takes. So follow me and let's talk wrestling.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, girl Bonafide Thunder, keep shining and stay lit. That's all. That's it. My bad.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a good night. Thank you so much for watching our podcast. And we will see you again next week on Tuesday. Or, Royal Rumble. One or the other. See ya.